I really don't even know how to start this video. Like, after 11 years of waiting? I don't think there is a perfect way to start off a video like this. I should have been working on this video for like the majority of the day. It's 3:20 p.m. right now, Eastern time. It's been hours, and I've pretty much almost exclusively spent the last few hours just rewatching that trailer over and over, and my reaction. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Wow, man. Wow. It's over. The coping for Kong is finally over. I've spent years now on YouTube talking about Donkey Kong, coping for Donkey Kong, just speculating about every little detail over DK and his potential inevitable return, and it's finally here. It's seriously hard to believe. Like, I feel like I'm in a dream. I feel like I've been living in a dream today. My head is in space. I'm just like, I'm not here. Holy shit. Just holy shit. What else do I even say, man? It's almost exactly everything I could have hoped for and more. A brand new 3D Donkey Kong game. It's been like, what, 25 years or something crazy like that since they last took a stab at a 3D Donkey Kong game, and it's from the Mario Odyssey team. Just like the rumors said, it's completely unfathomable. I can't wrap my head around it, dude. Donkey Kong is back. Donkey Kong is back. And that officially marks the end of Kong Watch. Kong Watch, you had a good run. Probably a longer run than I would have preferred, but you know what? The wait was worth it. Dude, not only is this thing going to be like one of the launch window titles on the Switch 2, but there's not even a 3D Mario game in sight. Nintendo is really pushing Donkey Kong to the forefront, man. Donkey Kong is carrying the launch window of the Switch 2. Okay, there's Mario Kart, but there's the Donkey Kong! And yeah, some unfortunate news came out regarding pricing after this whole thing, and well, I'm gonna make a whole separate video about that probably. But for now, I just want to bask in the glory. I just want to go through this trailer. I want to go through this trailer with you guys and do a little bit of speculating, do a little bit of frame by framing, because there's some exciting stuff in here. And the first thing that I really want to address right off the bat, because I know a lot of my fellow DK fans out there are scared and disappointed about one particular thing. No sign of the Kremlings, at least at first glance. At first glance. I can't say for sure if they're in here or not, but I want you guys to take a look at this. Listen, I'm gonna hit you guys with some real speculation here. So like, you know, we get a glimpse at some of the new villains that are gonna be making their series debuts in this game, and you know, very clearly these guys are monkeys. These are some monkey guys. They are not Kremlins. There's an about page on Nintendo's website that shows these new guys, and they're supposedly called Voidco. They are going after the golden bananas. That's what they're after. As we've seen in previous Donkey Kong games, the golden bananas seem to have some kind of magical properties to them. So clearly, you know, they got some sort of nefarious schemes going on behind the scenes. We don't really know what they are, or do we? I want to show you guys something. So first of all, does this little fella look familiar to you at all? No? Let me play a little bit more. All right, get a look at this. Does that not look like anything at all that you've ever seen? He punches him, he goes flying. Look, we got another little guy over here, kind of looks somewhat familiar, almost like a certain reptilian race of sorts. Let me take you over here. Now look at this. Isn't this one hell of a lineup of critters? There's something going on here. There's something going on here with these reptilian-looking statues, and I have some theories. First of all, I don't think this is a completely Donkey Kong Jungle Beat situation where they're just completely sidelining all of the beloved established stuff that we've had in the Donkey Kong series since the Rare days. And I'll tell you why. There's a lot of love and homage and reference to that era in this trailer if you just kind of take a look around. First of all, I'm noticing a lot of enemies and little creatures and things with these eyeballs on them. That is exactly what Rare used to do with the Donkey Kong games back in the day, or just all their games, or at least, I don't know, a handful of them. They put little googly eyes on these things, and we're seeing a little bit of that here. We got this island going on over here that like has these espresso looking characters. It's just like a whole island of espressos. That's very clearly Espresso's sort of design taken and, you know, given some tweaks to sort of create an island of them. Very cool. You got the blasting barrel thing here, you know, that's very Donkey Kong inspired. But then, you know, we get to this scene here where we get clearly a snippet of like Jungle Hijinks, and it's not just any version of Jungle Hijinks, this is straight up Rareware's Jungle Hijinks. We got the mine carts, got characters with the googly eyes, got golden bananas. We got the, oh, banana! They brought it back, can you believe that? Now let me get into why I think that the Kremlings are gonna be here, aside from, you know, the very obvious little things that I pointed out. Okay, so even more crazy information has been made known to me ever since I recorded this. Take a look at this. Yep. That was him. That's it. That's him right there as Cranky Kong. That means the other Kongs have got to be confirmed, right? We're definitely getting the other Kongs. Even if we're not, I'm so glad. I'm so glad to see Cranky Kong here. Oh my gosh. That puts my mind a bit more at ease that we're at least still gonna see other Kongs. And if not, well, we got Cranky, so there's that. On top of that, after taking a closer look at the Nintendo website, you also see this interesting looking structure. Does that seem at all familiar to anybody? I can tell you what that looks like to me. That looks a hell of a lot like the Blast-O-Matic, if I do say so myself. Maybe frozen over, you know? I don't know. But then look directly to the right of it. Does this also not give off the shape and structure of like a Kremling head? Kind of looks a little bit like maybe K. Rool or something with the crown, or, you know, somebody else pointed out to me like maybe it's kind of like a mohawk thing going on here, and it might be for Krusha or something. Look, all I'm saying is I'm pretty darn convinced. If not the Kremlings, then at the very least K. Rool is gonna make an appearance in this game somewhere, somehow. Alright, back to the video. This might sound crazy, and this is definitely speculation more than anything, so don't take it as gospel. The golden bananas! With their golden properties. I forgot about one other crazy little detail here. So take a look. I want you guys to take a look here. When Donkey Kong rolls into these guys, he gets a collectible out of it, and what is that? What is that? That is Naughty. Naughty, the very first enemy from the very first Donkey Kong Country game. So something that we're seeing a lot of is that certain Rareware elements are almost kind of being shown as like fossils, as though it's from like a long time ago, you know? We got these like skeleton, potentially Kremlin looking guys. That's what I'm assuming they are. I'm assuming these are Kremlin guys, and they're like ancient dead, they're relics. Maybe, just maybe, these villains are gathering up the golden bananas to resurrect the Kremlins. Do you know how insane that would be if that's actually what's going on here? I don't know for sure. I don't know if I'm just totally blowing smoke, but you know, we got plenty of references to all to Rare throughout this trailer already. Wouldn't be that huge of a stretch to maybe be that they're looking to bring back the Kremlins, and how insane would that be? That would just be so fucking cool, man. Look, you know, we got Ingot Isle. Crocodile Isle was sunk into the sea at the end of Donkey Kong Country 2. Who knows? Maybe they're trying to bring Crocodile Isle back. You know, maybe they're really trying to go above and beyond, you know? I don't know. Either way, with all these references, with King K. Rool getting into Smash Brothers a couple years ago, I feel like they know Kremlins, King K. Rool, they're important to fans of Donkey Kong, and it would be totally in the spirit of Donkey Kong to save King K. Rool until the very end of the game, where he makes his big grand slam onto the scene, and then that's when you fight him and take him on. But like all these little nods throughout this. Like, if nothing else, they're at least referencing the Kremlins, man. That's at least gotta be what's going on here. So I just really wanted to like help ease some fellow DK fans' minds at least a little bit. There's no guarantee that they are gonna be in this thing, but at the very least, there's lots of nods and references, so I think it's possible. Other than that, oh my god, man. I'm just gonna let it play. I'm gonna let it play from the start, and I'm gonna just comment on things that I see. All right, here, let me pause on this frame. Let me pause right here, because look at that. Look at that minecart. I want to show you guys something else. On the Nintendo website, there's a shot of Donkey Kong in the minecart, and he's riding it like a horse galloping. That is so fun. That's so fun. It's so creative. I love it. I'm totally here for it, man. Got lots of bananas and banana iconography all around, just like a donkey do. I'm curious to know if this game is gonna be open world. You know, this place here, I mean, look at these bananas flying in the background and stuff like that. I kinda gotta wonder if maybe this is like a later game area or something, like the banana haven that you could get into in Donkey Kong Country with, you know, after collecting a bunch of the stuff. Got a bunch of little miner monkeys here, chipping away, getting coal or something. I don't know, maybe some kind of minerals. Warning, authorized monkeys only. And you know, the crazy thing is there's no Diddy Kong. There's no Diddy Kong, at least yet. I'm really hoping, really hoping they still manage to bring in some of the other Kongs, at the very least as like NPCs somewhere in the game that you can go talk to. Come on, they gotta do at least that. And that's the thing about this trailer too. While we have seen a lot, I feel like we also probably haven't seen a lot of anything for what this game is gonna show. And what I mean by that is, you guys remember the way that they revealed Odyssey? And it looked awesome. It was like, oh my god, this is such a cool new direction for Mario. And then they dropped the second trailer a couple months later, and it was this huge blowout. It was just insane, mind-boggling stuff. And I feel like that's exactly what's going on in this situation as well. So we might still see some other Kong characters. Hard to say for sure. Could be coping pretty hard. The coping actually does continue. But, you know, we see DK with this little rock companion thing too that rides on his shoulder, and they didn't mention anything about what he does. So there's definitely more than meets the eye, I think, with this game. See, and like, you know, here's those guys again with the eyeballs. I feel like there's a lot of passion and love and reverence for the sort of Rareware era style games being presented here, and I love it. I'm so glad to see them at least referencing these things. But you know, it's taking those things and like, yeah, while it's making reference to them, it's also really pushing DK in just like this crazy new direction with like all these different things. I don't know what's going on here. That is not any Kong that we're familiar with, and it looks like he might be a little shop guy, so I don't know. I'm hoping that we get some of the other Kongs, like Cranky Kong in here, and Diddy Kong, and Funky Kong, you know, Dixie Kong, all those guys. And then this is just crazy. He punches into the ground. He can just punch through shit. And it's not even just the ground, okay? On the website, it also shows him just demolishing a statue, which is, that's just crazy too, man. It looks like a good chunk of this game is gonna be totally demolishable, and that is so perfect for Donkey Kong. Look at that, he takes a huge chunk out of the ground and starts smashing the rest of the ground with it. Explodey bitch, gets a bunch of gold, more eyeball guys, and I just love how awesome the combat looks too. You can roll into guys, do some damage, finish them off with a giant punch right on a rock. Sure, why not? We got the barrels, we got the ingot aisle, and this I just love so much. Just it's even the lighting, like the way the sky is. It's exactly Rareware's Donkey Kong Country. So I'm so excited to see what else they're gonna have in here. You know, the one thing that we don't know a whole lot about yet, or well, there's more than one thing, but one thing I want to know more about is who's gonna be composing the music for this game. I think it would be really cool to at least get David Wise in here for a couple of tracks. I don't know if they'll do it, because this is an internal Nintendo project by the looks of it. I'm like 99% sure this is the Mario Odyssey team. It looks like Donkey Kong Odyssey. But man, I would love it. I would love it if they brought David Wise in. And look, who's this big wrinkly monkey? I don't know. New character, I guess. I'm down for some new Kongs. Absolutely. but at least let the old ones be here too. I don't know what this thing is. It's got a green light and a red light. That's kind of fun. Fish thing. Donkey Kong smashes through it. Got an Espresso the ostrich looking guy over here. And just look how expressive Donkey Kong is, dude. He got those bananas in his eyes. He's like, oh, I want banana. So much fun. And again, I gotta let you hear it. Ooh, banana. So at the very least, if nothing else, they aren't going totally balls off the walls, like not referencing anything from the Rare era like they did with Donkey Kong Jungle Beat. There's lots of nods and things in here, so I'm hoping, if nothing else, if there's like not a single other reference that they have other than what they've showed in this trailer, I at least want to see some returning characters, some familiar faces. I want to see them get updated for a new era of Kong, and I want to see them here. I really hope it happens. And this is such a cool shot too, I'm telling you, like the way that some of these little Kremlin rock guys look, I'm getting like hard K. Rool vibes here, man. And look at this thing. Does this not potentially look like a little crown on top of this statue? Does this not look like crazy K. Rool eyes going on all over this statue? Am I crazy? Am I coping? Got a little banana pirate ship. Notice with K. Rool's cape pattern on the ship. Am I going insane? Actually, okay. maybe I am just a little bit. Maybe it's more like the girders from Arcade Donkey Kong. That makes a lot more sense. But he did have it on his cape, so cut me a little slack. We got this Gooner bait character going on over here. Whatever. Okay, throw it out there. That's fine. K. Rool is my Gooner bait, so give that to me. And a nice little shot of Donkey Kong here at the end, breaking on in with the title, Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Oh, these are pretty cool bananas.
And of course, it comes out in July. In July, it'll be here. That's right around the corner. It's not that far off. Wow, just wow. I just can't believe it, man. 11 years it's been, and even longer than that, since the last 3D Donkey Kong game, and it looks incredible. We've only gotten just a small taste of what's in store too. A lot of this is just, you know, the same stuff, couple of different worlds, nothing too expansive yet. I'm telling you, the next trailer that they show for this thing, who knows, maybe even at the Treehouse. The Treehouse live streams are going to be happening the next couple of days. Maybe we'll see even more yet. I don't know. Either way, it's here. It's finally here. I want to thank each and every one of you who have been here from the beginning of this copeful journey. What did I tell you guys? Have a little faith. I'll be honest, I started to lose a little bit of it myself. I didn't even do a coping for Kong video this year. I just decided like, it's gonna happen when it happens. And of course, the year that I choose not to do one of those videos, it happened. Here it is, right in front of my very eyes. Still can't believe it. I'm gonna go to sleep tonight. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow, and first thing I'm gonna check is to make sure I didn't just dream this whole thing. Dude, I didn't even talk about his design yet. I didn't even get to that. I love it. I fucking love it, dude. I love the like little overalls they put on him too. That's so fun. He's like the perfect blend of Rare and arcade era DK. Like even more so than what they did for the Mario movie, in my opinion. It's so good. And by the looks of it, he doesn't always have those overalls on, so maybe he's gonna have some different outfits, just like Mario did in Mario Odyssey. I wouldn't be shocked to find that out at this point. It'd be pretty cool. Look at all those eyeballs. But yeah, man, so many of you guys stuck with me through it all. You've been here watching my videos for years now. You've been keeping up with the coping, keeping up with all the little snippets of information that have come out about this thing, and now it's here. I'm just repeating myself a whole bunch at this point, but I don't know what else to say. Sorry, this video is totally unscripted. If you guys are excited for the new Donkey Kong game, let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you still want to see from this game. I know I had a couple of things, just please K. Rool. Please K. Rool, please K. Rool, that's all I want. That's like the final thing. If we're not even gonna get any of the other Kongs, at least give me K. Rool. Please like this video if you haven't already. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you want to see more DK coverage. I'm sure I'll be doing plenty more videos about this in the months leading up to this game's release. And then, I don't know, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do for a video after it releases. Do I just review the game? I feel like I gotta do a little more than like review it, right? Maybe I do a 100% run of that game. Maybe I do both. Review and 100% run. I don't know. I want to cover the shit out of this game. So if you're excited, stay tuned. There'll be plenty more on the way. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for listening and all your years of support. I love ya. I'll catch you guys in the next one.